I'm Amy, thank you for tuning in. This is my first haul of 2024, so it's a mixture of birthday presents, Christmas presents, a couple of things I bought for myself, a few things publishers have sent to me, and some truly cute spooky items, so let's get into it. First off, I wanted to show you probably one of the coolest proofs I've received. It came in a really lovely box, which and then I put back together to show you, but it had like a cool little tagline there, the cover of the finished book. I think it had a snack in, which I ate obviously. Comes with a nice little guide to the book and this very cool proof. So it looks like a blank cover. It did have a nice like picture of a cutout, but it didn't last long in my house with a 3-year-old. And that's the finished cover of the book, but it also came with a UV light. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on camera. And I'm obviously doing a bad job of doing it, but it has messages on the book, which I'm really impressed by. I've never seen a proof do something like that, and now I can't turn the little light off. And I have to say, I've started reading this book and I'm really enjoying it. I didn't get a chance to read Frida's other book for whatever reason. Even though it seems to be everywhere, I should probably pick it up because this one is turning out to be a really intriguing thriller, and it has those kind of creepy dark academia elements which I'm increasingly appreciating. So next I'm going to go to the Christmas presents. This is the cute creepy present. I saw this on Etsy. I thought it'd be a really nice one. I saw a few people had made these, but I like the fact that this looked like it would sit on my shelves. In case anybody doesn't know, it's Sam from Trick or Treat. Would highly recommend that film at Halloween particularly, but at any time of year. And I just thought this was too cute. It is a hand crocheted one, which is going to be added to my collection. I also got this Madame Leota box. I'm holding it on because the Madame Leota has already come off the box, which is not a great start. I'm going to glue it back on. I'm thinking about using it to store little bits of stationery in, which I've already started putting in there. It's a really nice, shame that the little thing's fallen off, but I'm sure a little bit of glue can fix that. Next we have a stack of books that I got for my birthday. I did choose these myself, so not much of a surprise. Mermaids Never Drown, Tales to Die For. This is Dive For, sorry, not Die For. This is edited by the same two authors, Zoraida Cordova and Natalie C. Parker, who put together Vampires Never Get Old. It features loads of really cool authors. Julie Murphy, Callum Bayron, Kerry Maniscalco, Maggie Takuda Hall, Darcy Little Badger, Rebecca Coffin-Daffer, Preeti Chiba, and more. Sorry if I've mispronounced the last name. And lots more interesting descriptions on the back of these stories about mermaids. So I'm really looking forward to that. I haven't read that many books about mermaids, so this should be really good. Next we have My Boyfriend is a Vampire. Anybody who knows me will know that I pick up any book that I find with vampires in. I don't know whether this is YA or adult. It kind of has that adult rom-com feel to me, but this was a cover and title buy for me. I thought that the cover was cute and the title obviously. So let's read the blurb. It says, Hazy Florence is on track to graduate top of her class at Burnham College, but she's determined to have a little fun along the way. As soon as she lays eyes on her mysterious and swoony new neighbour, Godric Hawthorne, Hazy knows he's just what she needs and they instantly fall for each other. But this is no quintessential college romance. Godric has a secret. He's a vampire. Dating a vampire comes with its own messy complications, and then there's Hazy's jealous ex-boyfriend who's dangerously close to the truth. Can Hazy protect her boyfriend's blood-sucking secret? That sounds like a nice, fun, light read. So I'm looking forward to picking that one up. I got this for my birthday too, Penny Blood's Gothic Tales of Dangerous Women. I just thought it sounded great. It's got 7 classic tales from classic Penny publications, including the story of Mrs. Lovett, the pie-making counterpart Sweeney Todd. It features newly edited text and insights from Dr. Dittmer's research to revive a wild company of witches, femme fatales and deadly criminals for a new generation of readers. I've just realised this is one of the British Library editions. Somebody in Waterstones was saying to me that they have done some really beautiful editions and I've accidentally picked one up, so that means of course I need to collect them now, right, doesn't it? Next up, my friend Peter from Positively Horror sent me something. You should check out his YouTube channel and his Instagram. He does lots of chats about horror books, and he has a short story featured in this one, which is not only an anthology featuring a friend's story, it is also about they're all slasher stories. I think this publisher, Red Cape Publishing, are doing this A to Z of horror series. So it's things like P is for Poltergeist, Q is for Quantum, R is for Revenge. So all the stories have different themes. And I have to say, this is my favourite subgenre of horror, so it's the one I would have picked up even if my friend wasn't in it. So thank you, the gifted copy, Peter. I really appreciate that. Next up, I absolutely adore these. I'm going to have to look because I've forgotten the name of the company. Pyramid International Art Group. They do loads of really fun notebooks, and I quite like these. They do hardcover ones, but I quite like these lightweight paperback ones. They come with nice little artwork inside. They're really lovely to write in, and I love the horror themes of them. I've got The Shining and a few others which I'm now forgetting. Another It one, and I think there's a couple of others on there too. So I don't know what I'm going to write in this yet. Maybe I've got a new project I want to start soon, so maybe that will be the one. This one I did not expect. It came from Titan Publishing, and it is about a cryptid who I've never been able to pronounce. Cthulhu? If anyone can tell me in the comments, much appreciated. I should probably have looked it up in advance. I don't know anything about this, apart from the fact that I was sent it as a gift, so thank you, Titan. It says, when Cthulhu, the great old one, receives a phone call in the middle of the night, he's not prepared for the conversation that is about to take place. Part comic book, part art book, part unsuitable for toddlers storybook. A Call to Cthulhu is a quick trip through the stories and mythos of H.P. Lovecraft, the influential horror writer. Well, now I see why I was sent that. That sounds brilliant. I've read a bit of H.P. Lovecraft and I really liked it. I do need to read more, so this could be a good little way in for me. Another thing I've picked up is this almanac, because I'm quite interested in being a bit more in tune with the seasons, and this is a seasonal guide to 2024. So I think the idea is that you read a chapter a month. I haven't read the January one yet, of course, because I'm a bit chaotic at the moment. But it has things about plants and things about the moon cycles and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be really interesting. And I also picked up Melinda Salisbury's. I don't think there's been a 2024 edition of this, but I've wanted to read it. I should probably have picked it up when it actually came out, because I think it has stuff maybe specific to 2023 in it, like the particular cycles of that year. But there's still stuff I've had to flick through, and there's things like recipes and ways of making your own natural skincare. So I just thought that this would be a really, really nice read. This was a Christmas present for my friend Mia. Thanks, Mia, for this, because I've wanted to read this for ages. Cover is gorgeous. I've seen it on social media all over the place. You've probably already read it if you're watching this video, but as always, I'm a little bit behind the curve, so I'm hoping to get to this one really soon. Next, we have a Christmas present, another Good Girls title. I always seem to enjoy these, so I'm hoping that that is a good sign that there's Good Girls in the title. I will like it. And it says on the back, a quote by Rachel Harrison, a thriller so deliciously original you want to devour it whole, an electrifying read. I'm not going to read the blurb because I can't remember what it's about, and I want to keep it that way. It's going to have a little book move around before we have a book slide. I also got a new Junji Ito for Christmas, which I've been trying to complete the collection of. I've started reading it, and these ones are really chilling so far, particularly Tombs. I don't really want to spoil what the Tombs are, but it is so spooky when you find out. It's really good. As usual, the artwork is very creepy, very beautifully executed, and the stories I'm really enjoying. I think these are original stories by Junji Ito, which, having read quite a few of his now, some of his are retellings and some are original, and I tend to prefer the original ones. This is going to be one of the reads for True Crime Book Club. I think it might be the February pick. I'm trying to get ahead and be organised. It's the untold story of a serial killer on Cape Cod. They read true crime books, predominantly featured on Instagram. I think it's Spookish Mommy who runs it, so please check out her account if you're interested. I have got the book on my Kindle for this month, but I can't remember what it is, but I think this is February's pick. Next up, my pre-order arrived of Signed, Sealed, Dead by Cynthia Murphy. I love Cynthia's books. This one is based on a true crime that actually happened, and I think it's the true crime that inspired Scream, as far as I remember too. I've not read too much about it, just because, usually because I know Cynthia, I know quite a bit about the books going into it, and this one, I know a few things Cynthia's told me, but I've kind of forgotten them, so I'm hoping that I can go into this not knowing too much. It's got some mixed media in, which Cynthia's latterly been doing too, so it looks really fun. I got this from my friend Amanda for Christmas, and for some reason I've not actually got around to picking this up, so I was really pleased when she got me it. Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shay Earnshaw. I love Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, and I've never read any kind of fiction or spin-off stuff linked to it, so I'm hoping that this will be good. And of course, what everybody else has also probably been picking up recently, I saw this in a supermarket, and I've been trying not to spend too much on books lately, but I saw that this was a really good deal, so I decided I would complete the collection. I'm not sure now if this is going to be the last book or not. I'm a little bit behind. I think I've read up to book 2 or 3, because it's one of those things, I really enjoyed the first couple and I thought I'm going to try and save these, and then instantly forgot that I'd not read the rest. So this one hopefully soon once I've read the others, and then I'm going to have to bend down because I got a huge stack of Stephen King books. So I've been trying to collect the gorgeous Ultimate Storyteller editions. It's tricky because they have the same ISBNs as the previous editions, so I'm sometimes ordering them into my local Waterstones and they are super lovely. They've been sending the ones back that are old editions for me, and chatting to gardeners and see if they can track down the new ones. So these are the ones I managed to get. They come out in batches that are themed, and the Gunslinger Chronicles have come out in a big batch, so I've managed to get most of those. So I'm afraid these are in no particular order. This is going to test my Roman numeral knowledge. I think this is volume 4 if my Roman numeral knowledge is correct. This is volume 3. I can manage that, I think. 3 strikes. I love these covers. I've only read the first Gunslinger book, so I've got quite a lot to read. Finders Keepers is not a Gunslinger book, but it's one that I've just managed to track down. I actually really want to read this, so I might have to put it to one side. Then we have, oh, I forgot that these are in here. I love the Mr. Mercedes books. So I don't know whether you've read these, but I'd highly recommend them. The Stephen King's detective books. It is about a retired detective. So is he an ex-police detective, I think, or an ex-detective, and he decides to go back into it to investigate this Mercedes killing, which is a very, very chilling crime at the beginning of the book. If It Bleeds, I think might be a standalone. Oh no, so it's a Holly Gibney book. In that case, I definitely need to read it because I really like the characters. From that, I'm not sure whether it's a follow-on from the original. I think the original Mercedes ones was part of a trilogy, so I really do need to get my Stephen King knowledge up to scratch. Then we've got The Outsider, which is one that I think I have on my Audible, but I haven't read yet. It sounds a little bit like something a bit out of my comfort zone. I think it's a crime against a child, as far as I know. So I've heard it's amazing. I'm going to give it a go. And finally, more Dark Tower books. I probably should have put these in order, but if you're interested, I'm sure you're already aware a little bit of these. Went Through the Keyhole. It just says a Dark Tower novel, so I don't know what order that one is in or where it comes in the series. End of Watch. I think this is another Bill Hodges book from the Mr. Mercedes books. I really need to sort these out and then I can actually figure out what order I should read them in. If anybody knows of a Stephen King, what order you should read it, please let me know, because I think I probably need to get myself together with that. This is volume 2. The Gunslinger. This is the one I actually have read. I really enjoyed it. I read it ages ago, so I don't know why. I think I got mad at it because something happened to one of the characters. So I do probably need to be brave and pick up the next one. I think this is volume 6 if I understand Roman numerals. Right, and this is volume 7, The Dark Tower. So there you go. That is my haul of mainly books, a couple of spooky items. Let me know in the comments if you know any more about Stephen King than I do. You can recommend what order to read them in, or if there's any resources about that. If there's anything you've read on this quite large stack and I'm looking at it and you think I should read, please let me know. And as always, likes and subscribes are really appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.